Hi guys, Nathan back again. Moved on to Unchained a few weeks ago. Deck's pretty cool. Plays into a lot of the meta decks really well. Things like Labyrinth and stuff. I've only took it to a couple of locals. Won one, topped the other three. Went to a WCQ. Did kind of flop it a little bit. Went X2. Drew a swim strong card against the deck, I suppose. I played Dragon Link in the last round, but the deck performed pretty well. Should I get straight into it? So one of the newer cards for the deck, 3 Shivara. This card's broken. Pop card to submit. Level 6 for Caesar. Sets a trap when it's sent to grave. Really boosted deck pretty well. And then the one off Shiyama. This one's pretty cool. Helps break boards against back row decks. So again, things like Labyrinth, Geist and stuff, just like the random trap decks. Pops card to summon as well. Again, level 6 for the Caesar. Nothing really to say about these. These are standard ratios, wouldn't change anything. And then the 3 little one for the fire one, 3 Aruha. Again, pops card to summon. When it's sure about the card effect, it floats. So it just starts triggering your Unchained effects. And then the 1 Rakia. You don't really need any more than this. It's been cut down from like the old Unchained lists. This pops a card on whilst it's on field, and then has the same effect when it's sure about the card effect, it floats. For the big one abominable. This card's pretty cool. Don't really need more than one. It's target destruction, but it doesn't discard for cost. So again, you get to hold cards in hand. Doesn't mean you have to lose your advantage, but it helps break boards. And then the 1 Sarama. Did consider playing this 2 copies potentially. It's really good in like the grind game, but you have things like popping the rage and adding it back. So it's not too bad at 1. It's just some games it has come up where I want to play more. I think the only way I play more is if I play the Disaster, but I don't really want to play that because it's another brick the deck doesn't actually need. That's it for the Unchained monsters. It's very standard, to be honest. One of the best engines for the deck, 3 Tour Guide, and then the Rhino Warrior to pair with it. So the Tour Guide's a 1-card combo. The Rhino Warrior dumps the Shiyama from deck. You can also dump the Shivara to set a trap. It's pretty good. Shivara has a neat interaction with Tour Guide where you can chain it if the Tour Guide is being targeted by an Imperm or an Effect Veiler. So it dodges that and you still get the Rhino Warrior, and the Rhino Warrior gets a dump when you go into the armor. So it's pretty standard. Tour Guide's really good. Don't really want to see it hit, but it probably could do being hit. Last monster, which is probably one of the harder bricks for the deck, is the 1 Vice Requiem, and then you got the 3 gates, excuse the mismatch rarity. This card's pretty good going second, also helps your combo going first, because this, when it's under a DDD as an Exile material, you can shuffle a Dark Contract through and Field of Grave, and then pop card on field. So you pop your Unchained, trigger your Unchained to float. So if you draw this plus a trap, it's full combo. Going second, it's again you shuffle pop, and then you can punch into something, then drop a Zeus or even Typhon. That card's pretty cool as well for the deck. It's a pretty good engine. Don't really want to cut it. I've seen people cut this and add 3 Ephemeræ. Have kind of considered doing that because I don't like the fact this is a brick. I always love drawing the bricks apparently, but I think this is just a lot stronger of a package. More spells, 3 Prison, wrote for the deck. If it's a Destroy Ball set, you get a float. Card's pretty good. If you open multiple, it's full combo. One just grabs the Shivara or the Aruha. Another card probably could do with being hit to 2 or 1 maybe, but want it to stay at 3 because I really like the deck. 3 Prosp, consistency. You're always probably going to be banishing 6, like early game. Don't do what I do and keep banishing double rank, a single rank 6, but you know, do be like that sometimes. Traps, 3 Escape, 2 Chamber. This is standard. Debated again putting the chamber up to 3, but it's very debatable. I think 5 is probably going to be correct. Don't like the wailing at all. It's only there to be destroyed. The effect when you link summon just doesn't come up enough. Now we're moving on to hand traps. Deck's kind of a war crime, but you know, 3 Veiler, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, and 3 Imperm. Ash hits a lot of generic stuff. Welcome, Big Welcome, Branded Fusion, the Seraph, locals, because there's Traptrix players. The Veiler, again, pretty good against Traptrix, but as more meta decks, it hits the Ariana for lab, Aluba for branded, the pearly stuff, like Imperm and Veiler, they all go hand in hand with each other. Nib's pretty good, debating to cut that to the side and put the Drolls out the side into the main deck, so I think Droll's probably a bit better going into the format a bit more. But all round, these 12 hand traps are just pretty nice for me. I like playing the hand traps more than the Broad Breakers, especially when you have scummy FTK players at your locals, but you know. Extra deck, 2 Yama. Again, another thing, debated to play 3. Probably going to cut the Nightmare Griffin out of the extra, because that just never comes up. 2 Rage. This is pretty standard. This is what I should learn a bit more often, is banish the second one of this instead of the second rank 6. But hey ho, second Rage also does come up quite a lot. 1 Anguish, that's all you need. It's the same as Rage, but not a quick effect. The 1 Bomb, this comes up against back row decks, helps break boards, helps throw TK lines as well. Swinging with one of your little Unchained, then this, and then this triggers pop that Unchained monster on your field, and then that floats, which helps push the game. That's it for the Unchained monsters in the extra. SP, this card's really good for the deck. Raging into this and your opponent's turns nuts. My first locals, I didn't play with this because I didn't own it. I didn't fancy spending so much money on it. I knew I needed to get one, but I won a box of Agov and I pulled it, so I didn't need to buy it, so that was pretty nice. 1 more Cracker. This card comes up for the Griffin combo, but it can come up in general. I probably won't cut this one, even if I cut the Griffin. 1 Unicorn. This can be a second SP, but the Link 3 could come up, because I was playing an access code before on the SP. This should probably just be in second SP, to be honest. 1 Griffin. I've never ever summoned this card. Felt it never needed to go that combo line. Deck plays through hand traps extremely well, so you are just always ending on that rank 6 trap, Yama Engrave, Rage Engrave, which is what the deck does standard. It drops 5 to 7 interruptions, which is just more than enough. Xyz, 2 Caesar. This needed to be 2. Don't banish the second one usually now. I learnt my lesson very quick. 1 in the rank 10. This comes up for the Gates combo, so you Gates into Requiem, then you go into this. So you need that for that. This is extremely good against Flu, if you have any Flu players. Don't like them either. That's the DD bits. And the last 2 is 1 Typhon and 1 Zeus. Zeus doesn't really come up so much. This comes up a bit more. Could cut this for a second one, or even cutting this for the 3rd Yama. But they're pretty standard. They are good cards. Like, I think if I was to cut them, they'll come up, and I don't really want that. Side 3 Droll. This card's pretty good this format. It's good against things like Pearly. Can hit branded sometimes. Good against the Chimera deck. 3 Mourner. It's basically another 3 copies of Veiler or Imperm. Again, got FTK players at local, so you don't want to get turn skipped. So you need the hand traps. I think having 18 hand traps post side is pretty good. Back row hate, 3 Cosmic. This is pretty good. Double Storm and a Feather Duster. Just need all the back row removal as you can. The deck can play into back row pretty well anyway, but destroying one of these with your combo just helps make it so much easier. And then the going first card I'm playing in the sides, 3 Anti-Spell. This just hits far too many matchups. Manadium, Branded, Lab, the pop cards for Lab, the Pearly spells, if they don't draw many chainable ones. Again, this with the rank 6, you're just beating that anyway. So this card can literally just be an FTK against many matchups. That's it for the profile. Currently going to be changing over and playing a bit of Sword Soul. I just want to give that deck a try. I didn't play it when it was very good. When it was really good, sorry. But I want to try it now, see what the deck performs like, and just have a bit of a break from Unchained. If you want to drop in the comments any decks you want to see, I can pick the decks up, give them a try and see how I feel about them if you want my opinions on decks. Like, comment, subscribe. I will try to reply to your messages, and stay tuned, I suppose. Goodbye.